Hey, anonymous trolling. Hey, name. Oh. Yeah. Whoops, nope, didn't want to turn that up. Hey, Aaron. Sucker. Yeah, I remember you. You and your Huggy Wuggy icon. Meant to do this a little earlier, like around 1. But things happened and I had to start now. But I'll keep my promise. I'll do at least 2 hours of Ark, then 2 hours of Beat Saber. Then, if I still have the energy to keep going, I'll go over to Twitch and do the Minecraft. Huh? Okay, I pull up how about at the after party you and all your friends. What? Oh, guess I don't understand what you're trying to say, name. Luckily, you did it earlier, lol. Yes, hi, Kyler. Hey, Andreas. It's a song. It's a song? No, I've never heard of that song. It's the Capybara theme song? Never heard of it. But then again, I live under a rock. Did I grab everything I needed? It's a wolf. Whoa. Yes, yes, haha, the funnies. Am I now one of the hip kids? You should look up. I pull up capybara. I might not. Let me at least grab these. Since ooh, and yeah, those horns I needed. Anything else since I lost my flyer once again to this danged cave? This song was a long time ago. Okay, how long are we talking about? Are we talking like badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, like era, or even earlier than that? Because that sounds like the roundabout era of when that may have been popular. Or are we talking about narwhal era? Hopefully I don't get flagged because... Actually, no. I guess you don't see flagged. That is an old term. Getting flagged for something. Hopefully you don't get copyrighted. Hey, Andreas. I feel like it was 2012 or something. No, it's from modern time. Well, that would explain it. I mean, we have all this crazy stuff going on right now, so it's easy to overlook it. Especially when you... How long you gonna stream? I'm gonna stream Ark for around 2 hours, then I'm gonna stream Beat Saber for around 2 hours. I just don't feel like streaming at that point. I'll go over to my Twitch and stream Minecraft for around 2 hours. Maybe even try my new setup because I think I have it calibrated right now. But we'll find out. Because I think maybe my resolution settings were off. That's why it was so blurry. We'll find out, I guess. Yeah. You miss 1 day of streaming. Actually, 2. And, it adds up. When are you gonna look it up? I may never look it up. I may look it up after I'm done streaming. It's hard to say, because there's like sometimes the universe has a way of just being like, hey, remember this thing? You're like, wait, no, I don't remember this thing. And then it's like, yeah, you do. Here, just take a quick look. Trust me, like, if the whole AI is listening in on you kind of thing is true, I'm probably gonna see it sooner than later. Hey, Dreamwolf. Lagging, I meant. Oh. How many streams I wasn't in? Oh. At least 3. Each around 2 hours. Ark, which is right now. Oh, that looks nice. Ark, Beat Saber, and then if I still have the will to keep going, Minecraft. VR Minecraft. Good lord. Ugh. That. Like, as I mentioned before, if I kind of push myself to do that, then maybe I could, but just... yeah. It's not a streamathon or anything like that. I'm not doing this for any special reason. I'm just doing it because I'm behind. Nightbot, what was the issue you had this time? I swear I fixed you. That was not worth it coming down here. No, I missed 2 streams. What was it? Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, now I see why. Oh, it's because you put 6 O's in the limit for the max amount of, I guess you could say, like, symbols is, 5. That's how I have it set. At least I think I'm counting that right. Yeah, today's gonna be a long day. Give it a second. Yeah. It's just gonna say, like, Nightbot just makes you think for just a split second, like, aha, I got away with it. And then it's like, aha. It's like a backstabber. Like, oh, hey, we good. We come in for a hug. And you think you're gonna get that nice, warm, friendly hug. And then it pulls a knife out of nowhere and stabs you in the back. Yeah. I was like, oh, no. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Because that's when... Ain't you sleepy? I wake up early in the morning to go to work, then I stream. Of course I'm gonna be a little sleepy. Heck, I was hoping to sneak a nap in before streaming, but I was looking at the time and I'm like, yeah, if I took a nap right now, it'd probably end up being like a 5-hour nap. And I just didn't want to push this one more day, because then I would have to be streaming Ark, then God Eater, then Beat Saber, and then Minecraft, and that's a lot bigger. Oh, that's what I was hitting. But for you all, you know what, it's worth it. But yeah, no, I'm done dealing with that cave over there. That dang cave. Taking all my it took my Baryonyx, took my Argentavis, it took an entire group of Carnotaurus. You low on HP? What, I'm a low health hero? Go check them out, by the way. I know them. They're awesome people. Really, no, check out low health heroes. They don't post often, but when they do, I enjoy their animations very much. Their animator Nia is great. I love her art style. When and I are enjoying the summer, or we are in the join the summer. Sorry, my phone is just a little out of my peripheral vision, so the words kind of are smushing together. Yeah, but if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to them. Right now they're on their break, and they at least try to post once a month. Like, what? Are you saying like depression art? No. I mean, their art has never made me feel depressed. I mean, well, Nia, since I'm talking about them now, is a really good artist, to be honest. I really enjoy her art. And, I really enjoy their animations as well. No, it's an animation studio? I've never heard of them. Or does that say Deprixon? Deprixon? Yeah, I've never heard of them. Except around here, that wouldn't be uncommon of hearing an animation studio like that. Usually you either hear about the American studios or you hear about the Japanese studios. You don't really hear too much about studios from other places. But over here, the most common studio you're probably going to hear is Toho from Japan. And that's due to, I believe, if I recall right, one of their studios was burnt down by an arsonist a couple of years back. You sure you haven't heard of them? Well, maybe you could tell me, like, one of their, works, like, something that they worked on. Because when you have big company, like, big movie companies like Disney, Pixar, Blue Sky for a little while was big, but I think they went under. Let's see, Illumination, Stuffy Bunny? No. Can't say I've ever heard of that one. Maybe we should not talk about them. I mean, It's fine if we do. I mean, I was just talking about some of my favorite content creators that I hope you guys at least check out, because I always bring them up once in a while. And so far they haven't told me to knock it off yet, so... But no, really, I hope you go check them out, and at least, if you like them, don't look them up. What, the studio you're talking about? But yeah, definitely look up the Low Health Heroes channel on YouTube. I definitely suggest them. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, so yeah, you're talking about the studio you're talking. Hey, Davis Destroyer, legit, all the games when you play as an animal are made by furries. And what's wrong with furries? You'd be surprised. Also, I'm the guy riding on the back of a dinosaur. I am not the dinosaur myself. That's what I thought. Hey-o. Whee! What did you... definitely take the pearls, take that oil, and take the pearls. Yeah. Everybody's inclined to, enjoy what they love. And if that is to dress up like an anthro, wolf, or tiger, or dragon or something, by all means, go for it. Welcome back. I swear, one of these days I'm gonna like have a P.O. box. Someone's gonna remember these words and they're gonna be like, "Oh really?" And just send me like a furry suit. They're like, "Dear Kyler Creeper, I have made this suit especially for you since you have integrated into the furry society. I hope you wear this suit for one of your videos." Which then I probably would actually do, especially if it was like very well made. And God, I feel like I'm actually, the more I talk, more and more I feel like I'm just digging this hole for me. Someone is starting to get the idea, like, okay, just like Google eBay searches or something, furry suits. Yeah. Okay. Monkey? So, yeah, there's a monkey in there somewhere. It's like a raw egg. I know that there's only certain things you can send over. I'm doing somewhat alright. How about you, Hope? Alright, eat the Hulk flower, which makes everything tremendously ticked off with you. But, yeah, name, I wouldn't say an egg would get very far. Especially considering I've seen how the, package delivery service works. Yeah, no. Can you trust me, name? It wouldn't even leave the Netherlands. By the time, if it even somehow managed to get to the plane, yeah, no, it would probably get sent back to you, rotting from the heat. I'm starting my Sigma male right set in 2 days. Yeah, you're not really supposed to be sending organic food like that unless it is preserved in a certain way. And the only way I know all this is because I've worked at a, that's not fair. Name, let me just tell you something that isn't fair. When someone orders like a mirror, a vase, or something that was really expensive, like a TV or a monitor that wasn't cheap, and someone just hucks it, they just throw it at you, and you're supposed to catch it, you don't catch it, and it breaks. That's what you call not fair. And then they have to wait another month because that gets sent back to the company so that they have to resend you that. You can't send corpses either, name. Do you not know what you can and can't send? Because trust me, I've heard stories about people trying to send stuff like arms and legs and stuff, and that usually ends up with the person who tried to send that behind bars. Especially if it's something like an urn. Because you are not, by law, yeah, I play this, Ace Games, by law, you are not allowed to send a person, living or dead, or even an animal, depending on the animal. You can send insects, I know. You actually play this, yeah. Can I send you a dinosaur? A toy dino? Yeah, I see those go through all the time. Can I friend you on Steam, or is that not what you play on? I am not playing this on Steam. Ace. Because, I think I technically do have Ark on my computer, it's just that it can't run it. You have no way of sending it to me, name. I don't have any sort of address, I don't have any P.O. box, I don't have anywhere. Because I play it, that's why I'm shocked. Oh. Yeah. I always get like someone who's just like, wait, you play this game? Just like, yeah? Make a... what? Box thing? I can't. I don't live in a place that will allow that. Hey, Seagray. Oh no, Opus here. Do you have any wyverns? This is the island, so like the first map you play. So yeah, no wyverns. I do want to get a wyvern eventually. But, oh, right. Shoot. I'm gonna have to go tame another bird at some point. You live in America, what can I do? I'm not saying that you couldn't send me something, name, it's just where I live. Like, right now I'm living at an apartment building, and there's just no way for, like, let's say everyone here decided to send me something. So at the moment, like 6 people. So let's times that by 4. Alright? So that's like 24 people. Send me something. And let's say it's all packages. They could not do that, unfortunately. Even if, like, by my request, I was like, oh yeah, no, like, it's fine, just sit it out outside my door. That can get easily stolen. It tricked Blizzard into saying the N-word at the F-word. Is that all you do now, Ope? You just try to trick people into just cursing? I mean, there's some people who are just like, sure. And they don't care what they say. So it's not, is that at that point tricking them, or is that just more so like, aha, I gotcha. And they're like, no. No, I think it's funny. That is very, how should I say that? 2013 humor? I mean, that's kind of when people try to get you to say dick. Like, literally just sign it. Sign something. Kyler, what can American people do to accept being in death? Death? You realize that a lot of American people, yes, they are in debt, but that's not as common as you really think. I mean, that is just something you hear a lot. I'm sure. Especially since I live here, you always hear about like, oh, well, Johnny's in debt because they had to go to college. What? I said what, my uncle's name? Dick? Oh, you play? Yep, I play on PS4. I miss the times when no one cares about something being offensive. Oh, I'm just gonna tell you something. Those times never existed. You're just now more aware. Because even way back, and I mean way back, when YouTube was still like that new internet site that people would just sometimes click on to see cat videos. Yeah, no, you really didn't want to kind of say that stuff, because that, you knew sometime, if your video was still around, someone would have to say something, and it just, like, there's Karens on the internet, oh, do you want to deal with the Karens on the internet? Kyler, are you 1 in 3 people in America? Oh. Okay. I have to say, that's another misunderstanding. Now, I'm not gonna say, like, that is absurd, like, what are you talking about? No. No. Like, when you actually, if you ever did come over to America, if you expect to see a bunch of overweight people, you'd be more surprised than anything to see, like, no, you don't see Fat Mike walking down the street. Like, at least where I live, you see a lot of skinny people. And it's either, it's obesity, or it's depravity. Well, not depravity, people a lot skinnier than you probably would think a person should be. Because it's that's part of the issue. It's like, you gain at least 5 pounds. Oh, great, now I'm fat. Even though you don't look fat. That's really the main issue in America right now. And that is really mental issues. I am blamed today for being racist, and now I don't want to step foot in that school. Ugh. Oh, there are a lot of big people in Netherlands, at least where I live. And, like, it's not, at least where I live, seeing, like, big, and I'm just gonna use it in the context of, like, overweight people, you don't really see people like that. But I live more in a farming community where you lift heavy stuff, you're working all the time. So seeing someone who would be somewhat overweight would be a bit uncommon, I should say, because I also don't live like in a big city either. Even though I said huh. I know someone that has been in America, and apples are more expensive than donuts. Yeah, that is sadly a real truth. Healthy food is a lot more expensive than junk food. So if you're a vegan in America, it's very rare to see a fat guy where I live. I might go live with Beat Saber. Well, that's something else. Ace, you actually brought up something that is really an interesting thing that's starting to gain some traction. Virtual reality and AR is actually starting to pick up a little bit of traction. So the idea of obesity is going to start disappearing. They meant live as in live on air. Oh yeah. Do you want to watch if you are free? No. Nice mic? Huh? Oh, you must be talking about Ace, I think? Ooh. Jeez. What am I doing? Alright, I didn't have any clue about what I am doing. Fix your mic? Okay, name unconfused. Are you talking about me? Are you talking about Ace? Well, best of luck to you. Well, some people are mute streamers. That's not very uncommon. Well, saying that kind of stuff around here will definitely not put you anywhere nice. Alright. No, I pull up. How about after party, you and all? Huh? You keep talking about an after party. Name, what are you... There isn't gonna be some after party. You make it sound like I'm some big YouTuber who... like, throws after parties? Or... I guess I'm confused. How would you get canceled, though? Being an insensitive prick? By trying to get people to say, like, curse? Which, that, like, those kinds of people themselves are just usually pretty annoying. Because it's like, hey, hey, say the N-word, say the N-word. And it's like, if I say it, will you just leave me alone forever? Because I'm sick and tired of you and I don't even know your name. That kind of thing. Like, I've ran into those people. And trust me, you want to get them out of your life pretty quickly. And I mean, like, just get it over and done with it and you never have to see them again quickly. That's also part of it. Because, yeah, maturity. And that's something else. Like, Gray, you have a bit of a point there too. Especially like in movies, games, when someone acts like that, usually they're portrayed as someone, and not to insult you, oh, but someone with, low intelligence, shall we say? They're usually like a punching bag, or someone who usually ends up always having something bad happen to them, like they trip down the stairs, they get thrown out a window. You just never see them again in the game because they were taken care of. I think seeing my friends. Oh, that? May I say, like, maybe this will help you just a little bit. Not to say, like, you'll take it, but let me put it in a way maybe you could understand. Kyler, what is the hardest game you played? The hardest game I played, Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2, which is the easiest Dark Souls. But, like, you're British, right? How would you feel if someone came up to you and be like, "Oi, I'm British. Look at my funky teeth and my amazing accent." Wouldn't you feel a bit offended? Have you played any other Souls-like? Well, I haven't. I don't even think I've posted anything like that. I keep on hearing Rust a lot all of a sudden. Like, I'm starting to hear people just talk about Rust more, which surprises me. But, no, that's just, like, part of it. Like, think about, yeah, pretty offended. Yeah, so how would you think someone who may be of that descent or of that area taking that stereotype? Like, you probably would just end up being like, "I'm sorry, what did you just say to me? You think that's funny?" And try not to freaking punch him across the face. Because that's pretty insulting. Oh, welcome back, Anonymous. My friend keeps talking about Rust and saying he really likes the game. You, you really should play it. Yeah, I should get around to it. God, I feel more judged than the time I support Donald Trump. Alright. Nope, I'm not gonna say, like, you're wrong in supporting who you want to support, but, I am so happy Donald Trump is no longer the president. The guy was an utter creep. Also, he was utterly stupid. Oh, yeah? What is this? Coronavirus? Like, can you shut your mouth and think about what you're saying for a moment? He called it the Wuhan virus for a long time, which, that's racist. Hey, B-Barrel. Hey, Reese Gamer. Remember me from... Yep, I remember you. And sorry for anyone who pops in here and just hears, like, some weird, political stuff. Someone just got me heated up on something. Oh, I wouldn't say much. I mean, it did originate from Wuhan. Yes, but the idea behind that isn't, like, because, oh, it originated from Wuhan. It's because the idea behind that is anyone of Asian descent, you stay away from. That's the whole idea of it. That's why it was so racist, because there was times when he would just look at anyone of Asian descent, even on his own board. Anyone who worked in the White House who had Asian descent, he would kind of stay away from, because he's like, oh, they may have the Wuhan virus. I'm sorry? What? What? Well, building a wall between US and Mexico is probably the greatest idea he had. He also told everyone before a border guard who was along with him to tell him to shut up. Like, okay, we have rebar, we have concrete, I'm gonna tell you everything else that the wall is made out of so you can take care of it. What are you talking about, Trump? Yeah. Like, and do you want to know the sad thing about that? The wall did nothing. Oh, there's still plenty of Mexicans coming over to the United States. The wall was never finished. He was forcing people, own taxpayers, to pay for that wall. And he said Mexico would pay for it. No, we the people, had to pay for that wall. And he made plenty of other promises that he did not keep. Who are you talking about? Oh, wondering... There was a lot of things wrong with Trump. There was a lot of things. Especially how much he would just get on his knees and kiss the ground of Putin and Kim Jong-un. Because he didn't care. It's a competition in Mexico to climb the wall, or at least to beat. Like, I remember seeing a post of like, okay, who's ready for the athletic competition of speed running, climbing over the wall? Like, that wall didn't do anything. I mean, part of the issue is, like, Mexico is part of the issue of why people want to come over to America so badly. Because over there, from what I've heard from people who used to live in Mexico, it's only pretty if you're living in the places where U.S. guards and military are stationed. If you're not living in one of around those areas, you're constantly living in fear. Because you could do one thing, like, okay, I left the lights on overnight. And if your local gang said, no, lights are out by 9, and they see that it's 9:01 and your lights are still on, they bust down your door and they put you on the bridge. And I don't mean alive when they put you on the bridge. What? In one argument, Biden holded up camera and said, "Do you really trust this guy?" And Trump came after Biden's family. Oh, I'm not sure. Like, did you ever hear about the whole, uh, I would say rally would be the nice way of putting it. The entire mob that stormed the, what was it, judicial branch? The Supreme, was it, no, it wasn't the Supreme Court. Some building, I can't remember. One of our national buildings. They had pipe bombs. They had guns. They were there to kill U.S. representatives and people of the House. Even, like, something else is, even the right-hand man of Trump, Mike Pence. Oh, no, it's fine. There was a rally of hang Pence, hang Pence, hang Pence. And what did Trump do? Nothing. If those people got his hands on the vice president, they could have killed him. And he was, like, Pence was scared for his life that day. Everyone was scared for the life, but over here was like, go and do it. He actually said that. Go storm the Capitol. In his own words, right before all that happened. He said to do that. And people took him seriously. People died. And I don't mean any, like, executives or anybody of the House. People who were part of that mob got trampled over. Young people got killed because everybody just didn't care. They thought they were doing the right thing by storming. But they didn't care about who they had to step on. They didn't care about their fellow man. It was just, let's make sure that they understand that we want to do whatever Trump wants. That was all the message was. And right now, with the current election, Pence is going against Trump. Oh, that also reminds me. Pence showed up for when Biden was voted into office. Trump was the only president in history, as far as I'm aware, in recent history at least, who did not show up to vote in the new elected president. America is the dumbest land, I know. That is where I have to agree with you. Well, I wouldn't say it's the dumbest land, but I would say their politics, yes. But hey, after 20 years, they'll make a movie or show about it. Yeah, not putting him in the good light, though, Ope. They're probably gonna have him like the villain. Or, if not the villain, a very dumb president. Be right back. Or bye, I think. Alright. Now let's actually get into the game, because I'm starving. Ugh. God, I feel like my tongue's burning by constantly speaking about that idiot of a president. Alright, bye, B-Barrel. Something I'm just gonna tell you, name is, no place is better. No place is worse. No matter where you go, there's gonna be a human element that will always be greedy, that will always want to put the person in power, the people in power first. Now, that being said, I understand, like, with Ukraine and all that, like, they're better about that, but eventually, at one point or another, that's gonna just happen. Make scissors and get a nice haircut. Scissors cost a lot. I'm not sure about... I'm not sure, but maybe you have to use a command to unlock all hairstyles. I wouldn't know. I remember that there was at some point, I think if you unlock certain achievements or something, I don't remember, I was unlocking hairstyles at some point. But, no name, I still would never move to the Netherlands. Name means Germany? Huh? Like, what are we gonna start doing? Like, starting to say words and try to process them down to their Latin forms? He said even in Deutschland? Deutschland? It's better? But Deutschland's in Germany. Yeah, Germany? Still. Not to say like Germany's full of Nazis or anything like that. That's like long, long ago. And I know Germany's a lot better. But something we kind of forget about in today's world is how much blood do all these countries have on their hands to get to where they are now, right? Because at some point, blood had to be spilt so that it could become a country, so that the land could be gained, that we could get to where we are today. Now, I know that sounds kind of judgmental, probably, which it is. And the reason why I kind of think about that sometimes is, especially the state I live in, which a historical event actually has bloody part of the name, where it was said that the land was covered in blood from all the people who died. But how many times has that scene been played over and over throughout history? Through any country, through any state, through any landmark, blood had to be spilled at some point. Did you know that the biggest population... Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that name? Where do you... Try to provide a source, I should say. A credible source. If you say Wikipedia or like Times or something, or the equivalent of the Netherlands Times, because that's something I've heard. That's something else I've heard name. And that it was an argument here in America, like, oh, they're just clearing out the Nazis. Like, so you're saying women and children should still get killed? What is wrong with you people? What? Seriously, like, you really make me question why I'm still alive if this is what most people think. That was Putin. What Putin said to Russians, I think. Not sure though. That sounds like something someone would say though. Yep, I have been in Ukraine and I've seen... How do you know? Name... That's pretty hard to say. Like, yes, I know exactly what the Nazi looks like. Are they German? Yes. Do they speak German? Yes. So you're saying they're Nazi? Yes. They're not just German? Yes. the issue I have with that name is I've had a cousin go to Germany. And also I've met a Nazi before. You wouldn't be able to be like, that person right there, that's a Nazi. Like, nowadays it doesn't really matter so much, I would say. Because, like, okay, like, are you gonna kill me? No. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still hate the Jewish faith, and, like, I still blame people, and I'm not overly happy with other ethnicities, but am I gonna pull out a machine gun and start firing? No. Well, at least they claim to be a Nazi, I don't know. Because, again, you can't just say, like, that's the whole... And did the hunting? You're talking about the salute? The Nazi salute. That doesn't mean you're a Nazi. Anybody could do that name. You could do it. I could do it. Does that actually make you a Nazi? No. I mean, I've done that salute when I was younger because I had no clue what it meant. People do it in movies. Does that automatically make them Nazis? No. Otherwise, you'd be calling Arnold Schwarzenegger a Nazi. You'd be calling so many people Nazis. You'd be calling kids Nazis. You'd be calling parents Nazis. You'd be calling everybody Nazis. And you gotta also remember, not only did the Nazis do that, I did the salute on accident today alone. I've done that on accident as well. It's not something that's... See, that's kind of the... Like, I see you're trying to make an argument, Name. It's just your argument is so flimsy, it's like a pool noodle. And had a Nazi flag. Are you sure it was a Nazi flag? Because something... And maybe you weren't aware, but before the swastika was a swastika, it was actually part of a native tribe symbol that meant goodwill and peace. But unfortunately, due to the association with that, with the Reich, it is now viewed like that. Yeah, I studied history, I know. So, you 100% know. Even though history has been shown multiple times, it was red and black. So, was there any white? Since, and you're saying just a group of these people should be exterminated off the planet of the Earth. Like, just a group of people, a small portion of the population, people who, let's say, are Nazis, should have everybody around them get killed also. Because at that point, you run into a very scary factor. Do you wish to defeat the enemy? You are defending them like they're your friend. No, I'm not defending them because they're my friends. I'm defending them because there's been tons of people who have either done something for a skit, for like, to do something publicly. And people, especially nowadays, are more than willing to take just so much information from a situation. Not all the information that is needed. And automatically, they were definitely Nazis. Again, are you 100% sure? Because that means you know how they live their lives. You know what their family history is. You know what they were born and raised to believe. Can you tell me definitively you know all that? Because I'm of the bias to say that it is hard to definitely say anything nowadays. I mean, another reason why I say that is because there's been people who've been called Nazis before who may have done something like the salutes, or they used the flag at some point, or they were doing something of political stance, and just a group of people thought, like, they took in that information and that's all they needed. That's all the proof they needed. Because something else I think I should point out, name is not only defending them, but I'm defending the people around them. Because that is an argument I've heard, like, okay, why don't they just wipe out these people? Again, how do you, like, if someone, never mind, I'm not winning this. It's not anything to win or lose. It's just one of those hard things nowadays, because, maybe you remember when PewDiePie was called a Nazi, which he was going to have a deal with Disney for, I think, some movie character, and that ruined it for him. I don't think he cares anymore, because, oh, okay, that's just an opportunity I lost. But it's just so hard to know nowadays, definitively, because I could leave an entire trail of saying, well, I'm this person. Well, this is what I believe. I'm totally a Nazi. And so many people could believe me. And then they're like, okay, we gotta call in the cops. And the cops show up and they're like, yeah, this guy was just trolling. Like, I have the white flag. As I said, this isn't like a fight or anything. We're not going to war. But you just brought up something interesting that I wanted to further pursue. Because it's really difficult. And it's a problem. And again, I'm not saying that definitively you're wrong. Like, maybe all the signs were there. And you could be 100% right. Because, was I there? No. But, at the same time, we as humans like to take just a page out of a book and say we've read the entire book. If you understand what I mean. But, yeah. No, that was an interesting topic you brought up. Uh... What? Oh. Oh, that flag? There's... Was that supposed to be the American flag, I take it? Because for some reason, every time I looked at it, I was thinking, is this the Australian flag? No, not Australian. Which American flag was it supposed to be named? May I ask that? You can't make the stars? No, but I'm just curious. Did you mean for it to be the modern American flag? Did you mean for it to be the, what was it? Confederate flag? Because that's part of the issue with that kind of flag. And, yeah, unfortunately I lost it. A phantom killed me when you were offline, and I was near the lava pool. The not lava pool, lava farm. That's what it was. Why did I say lava? There's no lava pool around that. But I guess maybe I should tell you, I don't really like my country that much. I mean, I don't proudly wave the American flag at all because right now I don't really want to be associated with them, since all my country is right now is just a bunch of people with questionable ideas who think they're doing the right thing even though at all points it's like, no, no. What is my favorite flag? I don't have a favorite flag. Also, it's hard to make flags when they're banners. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite flag. I mean, especially when games have like banners or flags, I just usually don't care too much. What flag do you like? As I just mentioned, there isn't like any national flag, ancient flag, anything like that that I'm really like, oh yeah, I like that. What did I need for this red objects? Oh, this was the dragon one. Kind of random, and you don't have to answer it if it's private. But what's your job? If we are playing Minecraft, you can take one of the flag. As I just said, I'm not interested in any flags. I'll keep that to myself. Send. You need a flag? No, I don't. That's why I made them. I don't need a flag. It's not like I'm making a nation or anything. I didn't ask you to. I mean, I know that sounds harsh, but before you start putting a bunch of hard work in for someone, you might ask for well, you know, because what if it's like, oh, thanks, but no thanks. Can you at least look at them? No, I looked at them. I saw the German flag. I saw the Japanese flag. I saw a few other flags. And of course there's like some flags you can't make, like the, what is it? Indian flag? No, Indian. I'm thinking of Ireland. Ireland's flags. Hey, welcome back, Hope. But no, I'm not interested in any flags. As I said, like, I'm not running a nation. As I said, like, it's something you kind of ask first before you just, you know, pour your heart and soul into something. I don't pull up. I still don't understand what that means. Since there is no after party. Depends on the question, Hope. If it's something that a 2-year-old heard their dad say, then probably best not to ask it. Alright, bye, son. Your motivated subscriber? No. Because trust me, there are people I would rather wring their necks. And yes, I am going to say that. Than you. Can I make a nation? Yeah, you can make a nation. It just can't be anywhere near spawn. Because right now where we live is no man's land. But something else is, if you're gonna make a nation, you gotta have a border. You gotta have some designated border. And it has to be mapped. So then someone can't be like, I pronoun this land a nation of, I don't know, Quebec or something. Is Quebec a nation? I don't know. No Man's Land is World War I. I'm pretty sure it was also World War II. Because I remember when the Allies and the Germans were going at it in the trench battles, no, there was no man's land. is at. I swear this is rapidly just decayed into a Q&A, and not a fun one. For worst subscribers, not even close. Into the stream. How about you put a 1 in front of that 16 minutes? So an hour and 16 minutes. Because as I mentioned, I'm gonna be doing Beat Saber. Can I make a custom flag for you so the people in my nation know not to take the land from? Oh, if anybody joins your nation name and they try to go against me, let me just remind you, I am like God on that server. If someone dares attack me, thinking like, I will take over the entire server. Don't know why they are slowly becoming a Nazi. But, not saying you're gonna raise a nation of Nazis. But, also, don't do any, like, anything like that on the server, please. But, no. I'll just make it so that they can't attack anything. So, when night comes, and they are surrounded by zombies, they will be eaten alive. Until I feel like showing mercy. And maybe I'll even make it so that they can't dig or build. Well, I hope not. Kun is not feeling so good nowadays. He shakes and coughed out blood one time, which is why he's invading Ukraine in case he dies, so he could cement his life. No, that's when he declared war on Ukraine. He wasn't shaking. He wasn't doing anything like that. He was like, I'm going to take over Ukraine. Because he thought he could. And now he's seeing the repercussions. Because something to cement your legacy would be something like, at the least, build yourself a statue or something. I know it sounds, well, it just sounds self-absorbed and pretty much brash. Something that will be torn down in a few years, but why don't you also, you know, not be a dictator? He was shaking his leg and the guy caught pieces of it when he made this speech that he was going to attack Ukraine. And he made it sound like, this is how I'm going to cement my legacy, by killing a ton of innocent people. Yes, that's exactly what I would love to be remembered as. The absolute jerk who thought these people, these innocent people who are minding their own business, who have done nothing towards my nation, they should die. What? No. I mean, there's an issue with that, oh. Because the way you kind of made it sound like he wants to be remembered forever in a good light. That's what you call infamy. That is something that... It's Russia. They're all about war. Not all of them. I mean, you're partially right about that. They've almost had a civil war within their own nation because of this. Like, the Russian citizens are against this. And their own currency, let's see, if I remember right, Robux, like that currency, that game currency, is more valuable than the Russian currency at the moment. Their own currency is practically worthless at this moment. Yes, that's what he should be remembered for. How he is ruining his own country because he wanted to start a meaningless world that is perfect. That's something I find funny also. Right now, even if he wanted to, he can't. Because he did something incredibly stupid. Because he thought the Ukraine war that he started was, he said he drowned my country and burned your country. Again, oh, there's an issue with that. He's not dealing with just our countries. He's dealing with the world right now. Because, let's say he sends a nuke over to the United States, okay, Japan's gonna be on him. He's gonna have China after him. He's gonna have North Korea. He's gonna have all these other countries that are near him come after them, because the moment someone uses a nuke, everyone else will think, oh god, they got it, man, we have to end them now. And that's something that is a lot more real than anything. Not with China and North Korea. They support him? Not necessarily from what I've heard. At least I haven't kept up with the news, but even China right now and North Korea, I know that North Korea is still having trouble with South Korea. So if they tried something, North Korea would get back into a war with South Korea. I think we might lose because Kim Jong-un can end this entire... No. If he could, he would have done it by now. How about we put it like that? Like, he wouldn't be playing nice if he thought, I can take this entire world just like that if I wanted to. Otherwise, he'd be ruling it by now, oh. He would have us all underneath his thumb if he could have it his way. But he can't. Because even though he has the firepower, he doesn't have the population to fight back. Because, again, we have the power to recreate the Big Bang. No, we don't. The Big Bang was a universal explosion. The closest thing we have right now is the Tsar Bomba, which the Russians have. Which, just like any other nation, we probably have the Tsar Bomba, or the equivalent of it by now as well. Like, yeah, we could easily nuke each other to Kingdom Come. But essentially what you're saying is what we could do is make a new universe, which we can't. And also something else that's an issue is, and this is something that is legit, like something that scientists have said, is if someone, like let's say that Putin did nuke, or Kim Jong-un did nuke the United States. Yes, we created Thanos, so use him? I think you're just trolling right now. But, have you ever heard of a boomerang, Ope? I'm pretty sure you've heard of a boomerang. Think of that as the nukes right now. We have no way of having that concentrated. So even if they were to, let's say, hit Kansas, the center of the United States, alright? The fallout from that, especially since Kansas is a very windy country, what happens when that reaches the oceans? You just poisoned the oceans. I threw my boomerang and never came back. You don't have an Aussie boomerang. I've seen those work. They always come back. But that's part of the issue of why nukes aren't used. Because you nuke someone else's nation, within a few years, you just screwed yourself. Because, like North Korea, for example, where do you think most of their food comes from? And I mean, like, the food that Kim Jong-un eats. Not the poor, starving citizens that have to fend for themselves. Which the United States supplies, or at least helps out. And somehow him and his side leaders have turned into like, oh, like we worship him or something. There's some weird story about that. And I don't think it's just the United States that like tries to help the poor North Korean people. But again, kind of getting back, radiation isn't something we know too terribly much about, but something we all can easily say we don't want is radiation seeping into the ocean. Not to say like we're gonna revive a megalodon or something, but if you're like the biggest food supply in the world, our oceans is radiated or carries radiation, then your water supplies could become tampered. Your food supplies, your crops, the very rain that pours on your nation could be your undoing. So there's no reason to nuke, because that nuke may end up causing you issues. Because it definitely has caused some issues that we still feel. Even though we did that back in World War II. I mean, there's a reason why we still study that stuff, right? Not because we think we know everything about it, it's because there may be something we still don't know. And that is the scariest factor. I mean, think of it like this. Would you fire a gun if you didn't know if that bullet would explode? Or if it would fire out of the chamber? Kyler, when can we have a when the server is big? Something like a war day? I've mentioned that plenty of times, Name. Yeah, I would love something like that. Just have like a copy of the world, just in case, like, let's say you somehow get nuked, or your entire base gets blown to high heaven. You don't have to worry about, let's say, your pet chicken Little John gets killed. Like, Little John's okay. Little John will be there when you get back. I don't know why I just said something like you have a chicken named Little John. Are you gonna have a chicken named Little John now? Ah, yes, I'll just promote you for terrorism. Little Joan? You forgot the H. And now having a chicken named Little John. Yeah, you better make sure Little John is in a special place. Otherwise, if he ends up with the rest of... I can picture your face. Yeah, what do I look like? Because trust me, I probably look nothing like you imagine. I'm gonna make a save. Yeah, Little John's your guard, your safeguard. Steve from Minecraft with lighter skin and a dented face. I can just tell you, I would look nothing like that. I don't look anything like a Giga Chad either. I am not ripped. Wait, when did I get this helmet? Oh yeah, I still have my cap. I'm Caucasian, yes. But I would definitely say that while I don't have as dark of a skin tone as Steve does, I am definitely not white per se. Like, I don't... Like, there's a reason why you say Caucasian. I could see a part of you in Discord. I suddenly delete that if I were you. What? No, I'm not mixed. I think you forget that there's such a thing as sun tanning. Also, what are you talking about, Name? There's nothing... If that were the case, I'd delete more than just that. Oh, I just said, have you ever heard of something called sun tanning? You made a photo of a TV. I could see a part. See a part, Kyler? Okay. Like, I really care. Yeah, so you're tanned. Yeah. I mean, if you know how melanin works, I mean, you can't really call a white guy white. Are you bald? If not, then what color is your hair? I'm not gonna tell you what I look like, Oak, because there's probably a site you could literally type all this in to, and you could actually find something like my profile or something. Which, as scary as that sounds, and it's frightening as I am thinking about it, it probably is. But no, I'm not gonna freaking tell you any of that. Here's something else I think you two need to realize. Do you know what a persona is? Probably later than that. A persona is something like, have you ever heard of the nice guy act? Like, you've definitely seen it where someone acts like a saint, but once the door shuts or once they think no one sees them, you see the real side of them. That is what you call a nice guy persona. And something a lot of YouTubers or influencers or people, yeah, how do you know that when I stream, I'm not just putting on a persona? Because something you gotta realize is you never truly know. Hey, Laden, you never truly know the man behind the screen. Even if you have all the information. You don't know how I'll act. You don't know what I'll say. You don't know what I'll do. Because you are too nice for a persona. Ah, the amount of times I've heard that. Because let me just tell you, what would you do if two people showed up at your door right now, name. You don't know who they are. They claim to be someone you know, but you don't know if that's true or not. What would you do? Me, personally, I call the police. And then I probably move. And that's the nice thing I could do. I wouldn't know. Because something else you gotta realize is, when you do something like stream, or you have some form of social media, anyone can see that. Anyone can be like, okay, like, I want to impersonate this person. And over time, all they have to do is just watch. Just watch you for a time, and they can start taking on just enough information. They can use just enough of that information that they've collected to impersonate. Because something else I think, because I take it you two don't have jobs yet, right? Eventually you will probably take on something like a nice guy persona. Because trust me, when you have a customer walk up to you and they say some bizarre things that are either not appropriate or make you scared for your gosh darn life, but you can't do anything about that because of management, you just look at them and you smile and you nod your head, even though you want to give them this disgusted look and say, get the heck away from me. Because there's days when you just gotta put on a smile. You gotta just put on that award-winning smile. And you gotta tell people, yeah, I'm fine, I'm great. While you're internally dying inside. Your Twitch is Steve, your YouTube is Mark, and your Discord is Jake. Wow, you are entirely wrong. My Twitch is Kyler Creeper, my YouTube is Bell, and my Discord is Rimru. But without the appropriate information, you would never know that. Even though I just told you now. What? Did you say that again, but slow? No. No, if you were Moon Knight, I'm not Moon Knight. I still haven't not watched that show. So, yeah. Whatever. Oh, wait, no, I do have a flyer. Huh. I gotta go and pick someone up. Let's see. There's Venusaurus. You come with me. Did I pick? Oh, there you are. Alright, you 6-year-old. Cocoa Melon? I thought Cocoa Melon was for even a younger audience. Like an even younger audience. How am I still heavy? Oh wait, no, you're the one that's heavy. Or am I still the one? I'm the one who's heavy. Yeah. Okay. Well, we got at least 15 more minutes of the stream, then I get to do Beat Saber. And then, if, as I mentioned, if I still feel up to it, I may crash land. That like body shaming, but wrong. What? No. I'm just a pack rat. In games. carry as much as you can. Excuse me for a moment. Alright. Wow, I didn't know you heard that much, Hope. I don't know why you can't see Ope name. Either Ope blocked you or you blocked Ope. Well, maybe you should tell your friend to, oh, I don't know, read a book or something. And also, are you entirely sure he's disabled? Because even if a person's disabled doesn't necessarily mean that they're uncreative. I mean, I knew two people who were semi-disabled. And man, you wish you could tap into those minds. He has ADHD, so that makes him disabled. At least what you're saying. I'm back, be right back. Is that what you're saying? Oh. That someone who has ADHD is disabled. Well, maybe I should break some news to you. Markiplier has ADHD. I have ADHD. I believe Markiplier has ADHD. I think he said that. I may be wrong. You might have autism too. So, one is not like the other. And while autism is certainly a disability, doesn't necessarily mean he's also uncreative. I mean, inspiration is an interesting thing. Just like how you want people to say certain things. Well, it also depends on how the guy was raised. But I am not going to get into that because that is none of my business. Anything I can do. Oh, wow, I didn't realize your stamina was that low. Oh, it's another Pelagonus. Pelagonus. Hi, RJ2. Why do I look like an Eskimo? At least like the animated depictions of Eskimos. Hey, Lon. There we go. Arrgh. How long till we get to Beat Saber? Another 8 minutes. Kinda looking forward to Beat Saber, not gonna lie. What do you mean he stuck with you till the end? You make it sound like he passed. Oh man, I hope that's not the case. Oh look, you can be fast when they want to. Oh, is that the big betrayal? Hey, Angeli Lima? PvE or PvP? This is single player. So, I guess you would say PvE in that respect? Like, I'm not on a server. Yeah, well, Angela? Man, I probably should get glasses at some point. Angela, sorry. I think I said your name wrong. I'm going to probably be wrapping up stream semi-soon. I mean, how much longer? Around 5 minutes. And, start streaming a game called Beat Saber, if you'd be interested. If you wanted to stick around, is what I'm suggesting. Since you just got here. I would feel bad just to end the stream for someone who just showed up. Hey, Nathan. Yeah, I remember you. Alright. Hey, buddy, that's a lot of berries. Like what? Spillgate? The reason I'm doing that is because I didn't stream Sunday, it would have been. I just had to whistle everyone to me, didn't I? Please come closer, my children. I can't move. No, we seriously can't move. Okay, now let me give you, like, tons of food. What's this? Azul? So, blueberry? Oh, great. That's what you think. And it's not to say, like, I wouldn't want to do that. It's just... Usually with online games, you either play solo or you play PvP. Rarely do I often play with other people. What's this? Mara? I guess, yeah. That's technically true. Wait, huh? Oh, I still have so many berries! Nice. Now get this other beaver virus. Yeah, taking off. Okay, maybe not. I get so many berries. Alright. Alright. I don't even know what game you're talking about. What's this guy over here? Hey, king. Well. Okay. Alright. Well, now is the time to get on the meat table. What do you think of arson? You mean lighting things on fire? I'll get to that in the next stream, which is going to be in just a couple of minutes. Let me do the outro first. So, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Oh, wait. If you enjoy the stream, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you won't miss out on any future videos, streams, or etc. because who knows what YouTube has. Playing Beat Saber right after this, so if you'd like to go check that out, please do. And for those of you who are here, see you in a few minutes. Kyler Creeper, signing out.